Welcome to Project Thrift Flip, where thrift finds from my various walkthroughs get their time to shine. In every episode, I'll take you behind the flip, showing how these secondhand gems go from the shelves at Goodwill to perfectly styled pieces in my very own home. It's all about creativity, transformation, and that one-of-a-kind golden finds magic. Join me as I turn forgotten treasures into cherished pieces that carry stories into a new chapter. Because these finds aren't just things, they're memories in the making and a little piece of home. Welcome to Project Thrift Flip. It is officially October, and you all know what that means. It is the official start of spooky season. Although many of us have already started early, probably within July or August, decorating or buying Halloween items, we have to always start early. I love the holidays. Halloween is just the start of it all. I am going to be skipping fall, like I've mentioned to you several times. We're going to jump right into Christmas as soon as Halloween is over. So I am already on the verge of thrifting, checking out what items I really love from the stores as well, like Walmart or Target, you name it. So that's for a whole separate video though. We're all here for the spooky season decor. So I welcome you guys to another Project Thrift Flip video where we are featuring me decorating my house for the Halloween season. Now I am going to be splitting this video in probably a few segments. I haven't decided yet if it will be just two, there might be a third one, not quite sure. You guys will just have to keep an eye out for any other releases of Halloween decorating, but I know for sure this one will only be featuring my home, and the second part of the segment will be the hutch reveal, which I know a lot of you are looking forward to. So I promise you it will come out ASAP. But today we are only focusing on all the rest of my home, my living room, a few spaces here and there, and also the front outdoor area of my home where we enter our home, the front door basically. I don't have a porch. We live in a townhome, so I have to work with what I have. And just make sure to stay tuned again for part 2, which will be in a different video featuring how I decorated the hutch. Cannot wait for you guys to see that. I've been dropping, little sneak peeks here and there. If you follow me on Instagram, that's where I normally do, drop little things here and there. You can also see a lot of my thrift finds early before they make it onto a YouTube video. So make sure you're following me there if you're not already. I also recently just became monetized on Facebook, which was like a total surprise. I was not expecting it, but if you're not following me on Facebook, I more than welcome you to also follow me on Facebook as well. And I cannot wait to share how I decked the halls. I will say though that this year I was very reserved. I really kind of held back. I don't know the reason why. I love Halloween, don't get me wrong, and you guys all know that. But this year I just really toned it back. I didn't decorate as much as I do from previous years. If you've been following me for the long run, then you know that I literally would deck my home out for every holiday. But this time around for Halloween, I kind of toned it down a little bit. I did also sell and donated a lot of the items that I had from my Halloween inventory if I saw that they just weren't really being utilized, so that way I could make room for the new items coming into this season. So without further ado, I do hope that you guys enjoyed today's video featuring me decorating my home for Halloween using a lot of the thrift finds that you have all seen from either recently or from previous years. I will catch you on our next video, and make sure that you guys drop comments down below. Let me know, what did you think of this spooky deck the halls? We're starting off first in the outdoor section of my home. I do live in a townhome, so I'm very limited in what space I can decorate. So I'm going to be decorating my front door with this beautiful eucalyptus wreath that I thrifted a few years ago. I absolutely love this wreath. It's so gorgeous. I love the colors. It has like browns, oranges, a little bit of reds, some black stems on there, and it really brightens up the door, even though it kind of also mixes with the same colors this as the brown door. And I just absolutely love it. And I'm so happy with this thrift find. I hope it lasts several years so that I can continue to use it when it comes to decorating for Halloween. Now it was time to create my own pumpkin patch on the outside of my home. So these are a mixture of a lot of pumpkins that I have thrifted over several years, and also an addition of new pumpkins that I purchased from Walmart, and the viral CVS pumpkin that looks like a Pottery Barn pumpkin right there. I absolutely love it. And of course, Bella had to be in on all of the Halloween decorating. Here she is. Isn't she so adorable? She was excited for Halloween decorating. We're moving on now to the living room space. Now, we're going to decorate these shelves right here. You all saw when I decorated my living room with these new furniture pieces. I added these faux floral picks into the brass goose right here, or the swan, and I really love these touches. I know it kind of also mixes very much with the brass color of the swan, but I just really love how this all looks together. It really almost incorporates a bit of fall, which I did mention that I wasn't going to decorate this year, but I love that I was able to still incorporate some fall pieces here and there into my decor. Now, I got this cloche from my beautiful friend from Humble Finds on Instagram, and I knew right away that it was going to house this spooky little decor corner using this skull hand, and also one of my plastic apples that I found thrifting at Goodwill a few years ago. I believe I found them last year. So I'm going to set it up basically like the poison apple being held by this skeleton hand, and you're going to see me place the apple and then lastly the cloche on top. I really love how easy it is to create Halloween looks with just a few items. You don't have to buy everything new. Definitely head out into the thrift store, see what pieces you can find. Cloches are so easy to decorate with, and they're usually inexpensive. You can find them also at the thrift store for a low price. For my Halloween decorating, I wanted to maintain all of the personal items like my picture frames on there and just add Halloween touches here and there. So I decided to add these pumpkins that I purchased also a few years ago. I actually found a few of these at Goodwill and also have some new ones that I purchased from last year from Target's Threshold collection. I also thrifted this cloche, and I decided to add this Target Halloween boutique piece that I found this year. This ghost right here, which is made out of terracotta. I really love again how easy it is to decorate with a cloche. There's just so many creative ways that you can use a cloche to decorate with. Now I decided to add a few touches of fall or kind of like spooky picks. Here are some eucalyptus picks as well. These were leftovers from items that I used prior that you guys will get to see when I unleash the Hutch Decorate With Me video. You guys will see everything else that I used, and these are just, leftover stems that I had on hand. And I decided to add all of these pumpkins as well that I purchased from Target's Dollar Spot section this year. I really think that everything combined so well. I love that I'm able to use my thrift finds, but also combine new pieces that I find for the new year. 。 We're moving on to the next bookshelf. I love again that I'm incorporating so many pieces that I found while thrifting or just pieces that I already had in hand. I didn't spend so much money this year on Halloween decor and really used what I had from previous years or what I found while thrifting the entire year. I really love this. That was also thrifted. You all saw that I found this vase that was originally from Hobby Lobby. I found it at Goodwill. And I'm just adding a lot of faux florals. These were also some of the ones that I found thrifted. And then I'm going to be adding also the little bust that I found at Goodwill. Again, you can find so many things. Halloween is like one of the most easiest holidays to decorate with because you can find so many things at the thrift store that you can use as spooky decor. Now, this bust right here is technically not a Halloween piece, but you can definitely use it for Halloween because it kind of gives off kind of a spooky vibe, almost like the busts from the Haunted Mansion from Disneyland Park. Now, I'm adding some more pumpkins throughout, again, with keeping in mind the existing pieces that I already have on the bookshelf. I wanted to leave those and just add some spooky touches throughout. Now, unfortunately, I have not picked a picture, or more likely, I haven't gotten it developed. I need to develop a really large picture for that frame. So I decided to remove it and add the wreath that I found while thrifting. And I really think it overall came out so beautiful. I love the spookiness. I love how everything just ties so well together and the color palettes all in blacks, whites, grays, and just such a moody vibe. So I absolutely loved how this turned out. And again, being able to utilize a lot of the thrift finds that I have accumulated throughout the year. Next, we are moving on to the bench right here. You all know that this was also a thrift find, and I wanted to add some spooky touches here. So I'm going to be adding some pumpkins. These were all purchased brand new this year from TJ Maxx, and I wanted to just add again a little spookiness to several parts throughout my home. This owl right here was also an item that I purchased from my friend Humble Finds on Instagram, and it's actually a door stopper, but I thought this was absolutely such a cool accent piece, so I decided to add it on top of the pillow, next to the pillow. I think it gives it that Halloween flair, and it's just so unique and so cool. It almost looks vintage, and it just really ties the whole area together to give it that spooky touch. Now, originally, I was going to keep the record player at the bottom, but unfortunately, I decided every time that I wanted to put a record on, I would have to bend on my knees and get down and switch out the record. So I decided to place the record player somewhere else during the meantime for Halloween. I want to use it definitely a lot during the Christmas season, so I will definitely be bringing it back. But I decided to just decorate this side table with a lot of pumpkins that I have. You all know that I am such a huge fanatic about pumpkins, so I thought this little pumpkin patch indoors would be so cute together. Now the threshold piece right here, that is a hurricane that I found thrifted, which many of you have seen already. I knew it would be the perfect place to house a faux candle. It's battery operated and it really gives it that cool glow for Halloween, giving it that spooky touch for the season. I truly hope that you enjoyed today's decorating session. Make sure to stay tuned for the next part. The next segment will show how I decorated my hutch for the Halloween season, and I know that many of you are super excited for that. So make sure to stay tuned for that release. If you're new to my channel, I do hope that you enjoyed today's content. Make sure that you all hit that like button before you exit today's video and leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Letting me know, what did you think about my Halloween decorating. Now this year I did decide to scale down my decorating, but I cannot wait until I share the hutch because that one I definitely went all out for it. Until next time, you guys, I will see you on our next video, and thanks again for stopping by. Have a spooktacular day whenever you are watching this. And that's a wrap on this week's flips. I hope this inspires you to see the potential in your very own thrift finds. Flip it, style it, make it yours. If you love these transformations, give this video a like, drop your favorite flip in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, happy thrifting and happy flipping. Thank you for watching Project Thrift Flip, a division of Golden Finds, reminding you that style doesn't have to come brand new, it just has to come from the heart. Until next time, keep finding the beauty in the forgotten.